You're watching Bears basketball with Jared and Lisa on the SVI Sports Network.
Welcome to Bear Lake High School basketball, the beginning of the boys' season for the 24-25 season. First home game of the year. You're going to get some bonus coverage right now. The JV team, the game just wrapping up. Bears lead at 40-37 with 6 seconds left. Firth. And with the ball, Bears commit the quick foul because they had a foul to give. Now 4.8 seconds left. Firth needs a 3 to tie it. And it's going to be an interesting season. Brand new team this year for the Bear Lake Bears. They're almost everybody from last year either graduated or pretty much graduated. So coming back, names that you're going to recognize from the varsity team. 2, Kaysen Warner and Austin Tafoya. And you're saying, I don't remember Tafoya, he was Austin Anderson last year. A name change. He played a little bit of varsity ball, mostly JV last year.
There's 3 names they're going to remember, Jared, because they got Caden Anderson down there as well.
Oh, yeah, Caden Anderson did play varsity as well. I forgot about Caden. Everybody else, you probably recognize if you were here in the gym watching the JV play because they did play last year. But Kaysen Warner, Caden Anderson, and Austin Tafoya are the 3 that saw varsity time. Everybody else is pretty much on the JV roster a year ago. So second year under the new coaching staff. And so second year under the new coaching staff, Coach Trevor Ward in year number 2. And the good start to the season so far. The C team won in a blowout, and the varsity team won the close one there just by 3, as you saw right at the end. So good start to the season for the younger team, and looking for that same start for the boys. If you're wondering why you haven't heard Lisa's voice yet, Lisa is a little bit under the weather. We think she got some food poisoning. And Nate, before you ask, no, I did not cook dinner last night. We're not sure where it came from, but we're hoping that's what it is. But she's that's why you're not hearing her voice on the broadcast tonight. Bear Lake Bears coming out and warming up. They've got some alternate jerseys this year. You're going to see them only a couple times, but they are in black tonight. And so Firth is wearing white for the C team in JV, and they're coming out in some alternate uniforms of themselves tonight. They're going to wear gray. So color on color, but contrasting colors, gray and black, should be a good-looking matchup as far as that goes. Both teams normally wear royal blue, both going with their alternates. And for those of you watching, you can see how sharp the jerseys look that the boys are wearing. For the rest of you, they're black with royal trim, and royal numbers and white trim looked really good. So that's the color matchup tonight. Firth and Bear Lake, old foes that have met a lot in basketball and football over the years. The Firth Cougars coming down from District 4, and Bear Lake in 4A now, and Firth in 3A. So this is a out-of-district, out-of-conference matchup. These two wouldn't see each other even on the state level if the both teams were to make it that far, because they're no longer in the same classification as the Bear Lake Bears.
Yeah, Jared, it's going to be an interesting matchup. A lot of new faces on this team. It's really tough to know how the season's going to go off the bat, just because there's a lot of inexperience. Obviously a lot of teams like Firth, we don't really know about that much. I mean, first game of the season, there's a lot to figure out. There's really nothing else to say. I think it's just going to be an interesting season. I think you really never know what you have in this instance. Bear Lake only with 2 seniors on their entire roster, and a lot of underclassmen this season. So it'll be fascinating throughout the year just to see how this team evolves, how they mesh, and just overall, I think it should be a fun season.
Yeah, it should be interesting. The only 2 seniors, Logan Keach and Kaysen Warner, are the 2 seniors on the roster. Anderton and Anderson, a couple of juniors. We got Broxton Birch, a sophomore, Tate Ewing, a sophomore. And I think that pretty much takes care of it. Oh, Jack Hume, also a sophomore. And that's who the Bears have on the court for game number 1 of the season, warming up. And we'll see who the starters are. We'll see what's going to happen. Busy week for Bear Lake basketball. Tonight, the Bears have game 1 of their season tomorrow night. No rest for the wicked. They're right back in the gym. Grace Grizzlies coming to town tomorrow night to take on these same Bear Lake boys. So they get game 2 tomorrow night. Friday, we're on the air from Preston for girls basketball. Friday night, the girls take on the Preston Indians. And then Saturday, we're right back here for another boys game. Teton coming to town. And we've heard a little bit about Teton. They're big. Very big. They got a couple of really tall guys, so we'll see how that goes on Saturday night for the Bear Lake Bears. But 3 quick early season matchups. Big test for these guys. And then next week, kind of a quiet week for both boys and girls. Originally, next week was going to be the week of a tournament. That tournament was moved to the following week, so next week's kind of a quiet off week for us. And then we have the Green River tournament coming up in 2 weeks, and that takes us to the Christmas break. So very busy start to the season for the boys.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. A lot of games this week especially. Going to be a lot of you're going to learn a lot about this team over the next week. I think these first 3 games should be great tellers, even though it's early in the season. We might see some bumps in the road early, but I'd like to think that this team will smooth everything out by the middle of the season. Maybe not as much size as like a Teton, like you're saying, but a decent amount of positional size. Most guys on the roster over 6 feet tall. So, I mean, overall, it's a wild card of a season this year for the Bears. We really don't know what to expect. You watching at home probably also don't know what to expect. A lot of these guys playing JV last season, your guess is about as good as ours. They could come out and light this gym on fire early on. They could come out slow and then finish fast. We really don't know. It's going to be a fun season. I've said that a bunch tonight, but I mean, there's just not much analyzation to do.
Yeah, it's hard to analyze when everybody's brand new. Like I said, Kason Warner, Caden Anderson did get quite a bit of playing time last year, and then Austin Tafoya also with some playing time. He split between JV and varsity, so it's not like you can say we've got all these returning players that we know a little bit about, and so it's going to be interesting. And if you're we do, like you said, we do have a really busy week, and if you're not a basketball fan, per se, you want to watch some wrestling, wrestlers get started this week as well. The wrestlers head to American Falls for a tournament. The boys, they'll be there Friday and Saturday. The girls' wrestling team goes to Grace on Friday and enters a tournament there, and then the boys in that tournament up in American Falls. So the wrestlers getting started this weekend as well.
Yeah, it's a busy week for Bear Lake sports. Obviously, winter sports kind of keep you going. Not a lot to do outside, as it's you can see about 4 feet outside right now. It's pretty foggy out there, but winter not always the funnest. So if you can come out and support the wrestlers, the basketball team, we'd love to have you out here.
Yeah, and these teams are going to be fun to watch. The girls off to a good start this season. Their only loss was a close one in overtime to Sugar Salem. They've dominated the rest of their games. These boys getting started tonight. Wrestling's always a good time. If you've never watched wrestling in person, it's actually a lot of fun. I enjoy watching the wrestlers. So a lot going on to get the season started, and we're going to bring you all we can of the basketball games on the SVI Sports Network. I think we only have about 2 games all season where the boys and girls play on the same night. So other than maybe one day of the Green River tournament and those games, we'll have pretty much 100% of those games on the air.
Yeah, and that's ideal. Obviously, we want to cover as many games as we can for everybody out there that wants to watch. Obviously, girls basketball, boys basketball, there's fans all over of both boys and girls. We all know you want to watch your kids play, so it's always best to cover as many games as possible, get that coverage, not a lot of conflicting dates. We're just as excited about that as you are.
Yeah, we're going to, when we get into January, 4 nights a week, Wednesday through Saturday, just plan on being with us right here on the SVI Sports Network if you're not in the gym, and should be a lot of fun, a lot of good basketball this season. And if you, speaking of that, would like to sponsor our pregame show, just get a hold of Lisa, and she can give you all the information to be a sponsor of the SVI Sports pregame show. Insert your sponsorship here.
She might be sick right now, Jared, but I'm sure she would be exhilarated to hear from you over the phone or over text or over email, whatever you want to do.
Don't call her tonight.
But like if you wanted to, she'd probably feel a little bit better. That's all I'm saying.
Nate, I'm just going to leave that right here. But no, we're going to have a lot of fun this year, a lot of games, and should be a good time.
I mean, I think one thing I'm interested to see tonight, obviously because keys to the game aren't really going to be a thing at this point in the season. First game of the season, we've talked about it. But one thing I am fascinated to see tonight is Bear Lake has 3 really good ball-handling guards. Those 3 guards being obviously Caden Anderson, Jack Hume, and Austin Tafoya. I think all 3 of them. JV last year with Tafoya out there. He's kind of a lightning strike out there. He's fast. He handles the ball really well. He's got great handles. great vision, a fun basketball player to watch. If you didn't catch a JV game last year, he was honestly a lot of fun. And Jack Hume on the other side, those two looked phenomenal in JV basketball last year. And obviously Caden Anderson last year, a great contributor to the team. I think between those three, it's going to be pretty fascinating to see what we have as far as the guards go, Jared.
Okay, I am going to have a key to the game. My key to the game is going to be figure out who you are. This is an opportunity for the team to find their identity. They have a goal this year as a team. I can tell you this, their goal is 100. And I'm probably going to forget part of it, but that 100 is different things added up together. For instance, they want to shoot at least 75% from the foul line. There were several games last year that they lost that they would have won had they shot 75% from the foul line. Every game last year they did shoot 75% from the foul line. They won.
Well, and truthfully speaking, I don't mean to be critical, but last year the bane of this team's existence was foul shooting.
Right.
Kind of a terrible percentage, and that's just what it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We were a bad free throw shooting team. And when you're shooting 30% from the foul line, that's just not going to get it done. You look at it, this is a rematch, while I think about it, of the play-in game last year.
Yeah.
And I think the main reason we lost that play-in game last year has to do with the fact that the foul shooting was just abysmal. And Firth was knocking down foul shots, Bear Lake was missing foul shots, and at the end of the day, that makes a huge difference. Even if it's only 7 or 8 points, they're critical at the end of the game.
So that is actually one of the games that Coach pointed to. He said it's 75% from the foul line in that play-in game Bears go to state last year. Another one of their goals is they're going to out-rebound the other team between the offense and defensive boards combined by 5. And that gets you to 80. If they in every game last year that they out-rebounded the other team by 5, they won. The other thing they're going to look to do is no more than 10 turnovers as a team. You're going to turn the ball over. It's part of basketball. You're going to turn the ball over, but they feel like if they can limit the turnovers to 10, and that, by the way, gets you up to 95% if you're adding these up, then they feel like they can win. In fact, I think they said every single game they played last year that they had 10 or fewer turnovers, they won. So that's just one more of the factors. And then there's one more that's a 5, and I can't remember what it is. I'll probably come up with it eventually. But that's just what they want to do is they give 100%, and those are the specific things they're working on to improve themselves as a team this year. So let's take one more 60-second break. We'll come back with the starting lineups right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
because we have no idea. First of all, starting with the visitors from Firth, number 1, a sophomore, 5'9", Quentin Hall. Number 2, a 6'2" sophomore, Bryson Anderson. Number 10, a 6' senior, Michael Adams. Number 11, a 5'11" junior, Ricky Arriaga. And number 24, a 6'4" sophomore, Wyatt Kilpack. Firth coached by Scott Adams. And now we will pick up the lineups for your Bear Lake Bears. A 6'2" senior, number 4, Kaysen Warner. As he had a couple of phenomenal games last season. He's going to be fun to watch in the middle this year. A 5'10" junior, number 3, that is Caden Anderson. A 5'8" junior, number 1, Austin Tafoya. A 5'11" sophomore, number 11, Jack Hume. And a 6'2" sophomore, number 22, Broxton Birch. As the Bear Lake Bears are coached by Trevor Ward. Assistant coaches Nate Worthrich, Jesse Birch, Kyle Parkinson, and Matt Tarbett. As I am ready for some Bear Lake basketball tonight. It is loud in here. And that sounded really nice, Jared. Way to bang up the mic.
You're welcome. Sorry about that. You know, the producer should have probably muted the mic.
Yeah, but, you know, I can't do it all.
No, just kidding. Welcome to Bear Lake Basketball. Speaking of doing it all, I'm going to be trying to do some stats while we're doing the game. We'll do the best we can. They will not be Lisa-level stats.
Yeah, they're not official, but we're trying.
The ball's in the air. Kilpack controls the tip for the Firth Cougars, and here we go. We're underway. Up top with it is Anderson. Get inside to Kilpack. He loses the ball. Jack Hume comes away with it. Bears create a quick turnover. And we're underway. Broxton Birch with it on the wing, looking in the interior instead of Jack Hume up top. Now to Tafoya. Tafoya to Anderson. Anderson looking for a cutter, and he's going to go far corner. Hume for 3. No good. Rebound to Kaysen Warner. Warner up and in for the first 2 of the game. Warner with the offensive rebound and the putback. The Bears take the early lead, 2-0. Coming to the front court with it is Hall. Hall out on the logo with the dribble now in the center court circle. Being defended there by Anderson. Hands it off to Adams. Now to Anderson in the corner. Anderson driving inside and up and in is Adams. Adams for 2 for Firth. So we're 2-2 in the early going. Anderson and Tafoya, inside to Warner. Warner out to Birch. Birch going to drive, spin, and he traveled with it. So the Bears create the turnover, 2-2 ball game, and the first turnover for Bear Lake. Hall will bring the ball into the front court. Over to Arriaga, now to Adams. Adams finds Kilpack underneath. Kilpack gets his man in the air, goes up, it's good, he's fouled. Broxton Birch commits the foul, his first. And Kilpack will go to the line. He'll shoot. Chance to complete the three-point play. And Kilpack. Shot up and good. He's got 3. The score is 5-2 in favor of the Firth Cougars here in the early going as Anderson brings the ball into the front court for Bear Lake. He's going to go all the way to the hoop, go inside to Warner. It's tipped away from him, but it goes to Birch. Birch to Anderson. Anderson with the drive, back to Birch. Birch underneath to Warner. Warner is going to have to go cross court to Anderson. Anderson for 3, no good. Rebound, tipped and taken down by Adams for the Cougars. Adams in the front court. He'll go to Kilpack at the top of the key. Kilpack back out to Adams, now to Arriaga. Arriaga across the key. He'll pull the dribble out to the logo and now to the center court circle to Adams. 19 seconds on the shot clock as Adams dribbles against Anderson. Dribble handoff to Arriaga. Arriaga defended well there by Tafoya. Out to Anderson. Anderson inside to Kilpack. Kilpack with a spin move on the baseline, up and no good. Rebound to Hall underneath. Back to Kilpack, and he'll make that one. So Kilpack missed the first, but got the second. The offensive rebound for Hall creates the bucket, and it's a 7-2 lead in favor of the Firth Cougars. Up top it goes to Birch. 23-second shot clock as Birch goes around the screen. Pick and roll to Warner. Warner with it inside, and he travels with it. Kilpack pulled the chair. Warner lost his balance. He'll go to the bench. Keach will replace him. Hume goes to the bench, and Tate Ewing replaces him. So some early substitutions for the Bears. And the 7-2 lead for the Cougars. They have the basketballs. Adams to Anderson. Anderson back to Adams on the logo. He'll dribble, hand off to Arriaga. It's tipped away, but Arriaga will run it down. He'll go back to Anderson. On the elbow up top, Adams. Turnaround three, yes. Adams hits the three. And the Firth Cougars are red hot to start this game. They take the 10-2 lead. The Bears scored the first 2 points of the game, have not scored since then. Keach with it up top now for the Bears. And to Ewing. Ewing will drive. Stop, pop, no good. Keach, though, runs down the offensive board. He backs in, and he'll go back out to Ewing. Ewing to Birch. Birch going to drive up, and no good. Offensive foul on Birch. That's his second. He drove trying to get the bucket and the damage. Instead, it goes the other way, and he commits the foul. He'll check out with his second foul. Warner back in for him.
Substitutions here for the Cougars as number 22. That is Hayden Trent checking in. 24 going to the bench.
Thank you. Anderson brings the ball into the front court. Sorry, that's Hall. He goes to Arriaga inside to Anderson. Anderson turnaround jumper partially blocked. Rebound goes to Tafoya. Good defense there for the Bears. Ewing with it in the front court. Back to Tafoya. Tafoya across court to Anderson. And now to Warner. Great defense so far in this game. Anderson with it inside. Great pass, but he can't get it to go. The defense recovered, kind of, and then a turnover on the other end, and Warner comes away with it. He's all the way into the front court. Now he'll pull it back and go to Ewing. Ewing with a quick three on the way, no good. Rebound to Warner. Warner underneath to Keach. Keach up and in. Nice pass there by Warner. Keach gets the bucket to go. And the foul goes on Trent. His first, team first. It's 10-4 in favor of the Cougars. Cougars take time out. It's a 30. We'll be back on the SVI Sports Network.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
This is your home for Bear Lake Bears basketball, live on SVI Media and The Wave, all a part of the SVI Sports Network.
Trail by a score 10-4, but Logan Keach will be at the line to try to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way, as he was the benefit of a great pass from Cason Warner, who got the offensive rebound on the Ewing miss from three. And Keach is at the foul line. Bears trail by 6. Defensive battle so far. Foul shot is up and good by Keach. He's got 3 points on the night to go with Warner's 2, and it's 10-5. Adams in the backcourt now gets it to Anderson now to Hall. Hall will set up the offense. 23 seconds on the shot clock. He's still out on the elbow. Down in the corner to Anderson. Anderson directing traffic. Back out top to Hall. 15-second shot clock now. Hall drives to the corner, goes back to Arriaga. Arriaga inside to Kilpack, who checked back in. And turnaround jumper, no good. And the Bears get the rebound. Logan Keach clears it away. And Tafoya brings it in the front court. He goes to Ewing. Ewing's going to drive. Decide to pull it back out. He'll come up top. Arriaga's going to step in and take it away. Hall tipped it. Arriaga stole it. And Arriaga scores at the other end, and he'll go to line to chance to complete three-point play. And I believe that foul's going to go on Anderson, his first. Jack Hume will check in. He's going to replace Caden Anderson. Hall will go to the bench, and who came in for him? Number 12. That is Jolly. Arriaga at the foul line trying to complete the three-point play, and he does. 13-5, 8-point lead. Matching the big lead at 10-2. Three-point play the old-fashioned way on both ends as Hume gets it in the front court, goes all the way to the hoop, inside to Keach. It's taken away, though. Great that play there by Jolly to get the steal. Adams will bring the ball into the front court, directing some traffic, clearing things out. Picked up there by Hume. Up top it goes to Arriaga. Arriaga to Jolly. Jolly releases the three. Rebound is off of Kilpack. It'll be Bear Lake basketball. Caden Anderson quickly back up off the bench. Just a short break. He'll give Tafoya a break now. I think we're going to see a lot of that this year. Those three guards, 2 of the 3 of them will always be on the court. They'll be kind of interchangeable. Hume will bring the ball into the front court. And now he goes to Warner. Warner has the ball knocked away from him by Anderson. Anderson will slow it down in the front court. Now go to Adams. Adams going to go to the hole and throw it away. Led Jolly just a little bit too much. And the ball's out of bounds. So the Bears avoid letting the score happen in transition after the turnover. And here come the Bear Lake Bears. Still down by 8, 13-5. Defensive battle. I think both teams will be happy with the defense after this quarter. I don't think either team's going to be extremely happy with the offense as Keach has it out in three-point range. He'll dribble down the lane. In the corner now he goes to Ewing. Ewing is going to dribble across, get tripped up. He gets the ball out to Warner. Warner with 10 seconds on the shot clock inside to Keach. Keach muscles his way in and gets the layup to go. Logan Keach, the leading scorer on the court for the Bears with 5 of their 7, and the lead is 6. Adams at the center court circle will set up the offense. He'll dribble over and go to Jolly. Bears have moved to a man-to-man. Kilpack with it in three-point range now to Hall. Hall looking inside. Anderson, spin move, blocked by Warner who gets the rebound. Kaysen Warner with a great defensive play to get the block and the board. And Hume is going to go to the hoop and get fouled. They call this one a blocking foul. That one's going to go on Jolly, I believe. And Anderson will come to the bench for Firth. Up top, the ball on the inbound goes to Ewing. Ewing down the lane, stops, jumps, misses off the front of the rim. Jolly with the rebound. So the Bears still trail by 6, 13-7. A minute to go in the first quarter. 26-second shot clock as Hall dribbles clear across the top. Anderson guarding him closely, and Anderson was able to knock the ball out of bounds. It'll still be Firth ball. 20-second shot clock, 55-second game clock. Adams will trigger on the inbound. He'll go in the backcourt to Hall, and they'll reset the offense. Ooh, nearly a travel there. Kept his foot. Trent with it. He'll go to Kilpack. Kilpack with a long three. Yes. Kilpack drains it from deep, and it's a 16-7 lead, the biggest lead of the game for the Firth Cougars of 9. Anderson loses it, but gets it over to Ewing. Now to Warner. Warner being defended there by Kilpack. Goes inside to Keach. Keach dribbles, turns, shoots, scores! Logan Keach with another 2. Quick 3 on the other end by Adams. He's going to miss it. Rebound, though, goes to Trent. Trent's shot is blocked again by Warner. And again he brings it down. 9 seconds left. Bears will take the final shot of the quarter. Hume will shoot it, leave it short, no good, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. 16-9 is your score in favor of the Firth Cougars. The Bear Lake Bears led in scoring by Logan Keach with his 7. Second quarter action right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
Ready, set, 12 days, 10 venues, 1 van. Client presentation starting in 4 minutes. Living your best midlife crisis. Rerouting. There's go in everything you do. That's why Phillips 66 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Visit You Save Phillips 66 in Montpelier for fuel, snacks, and more. Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Bears basketball with Jared and Lisa.
As we get started the second quarter, it is Jack Hume going to Kason Warner in the corner. Now up to Logan Keach, who had 7 points in that first quarter. He's going to go over to Tafoya, now over to Ewing. Ewing playing a lot in this game because Broxton Birch got in some early foul trouble. Keach with it up top, now to Hume. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Hume will spin, go down the lane, all the way to the hoop, lay it up, just off balance, doesn't get it to go. Rebound out of bounds off of the Bears. That'll be Cougar basketball. They have the 7-point lead, 16-9.
It's actually Tyken Carlisle on the floor there, Jared.
Oh, I didn't notice the change. It is Carlisle. You are right. I missed that. My bad.
Well, you got a lot of hats over there. You're doing the PA announcing. You're doing a lot of things. So I'm not judging you. I just noticed it in about like 5 seconds after you said it. So.
I didn't notice they made a change at the quarter break, so my bad. All right. It is Firth basketball. And Hall looks inside to Adams, not there. Arriaga straight away for 3, deep 3. It's good. They can shoot. A couple of these 3-point shots have been very deep. It's a 10-point lead for the Firth Cougars. 19-9 with a minute gone here in the second quarter. Warner inside to Keach. Keach muscles it up, misses. Warner with the rebound. Can't get the putback to go. And it goes this time into the hands of the Firth Cougars. Adams will bring the ball into the front court. So Keach missed it that time. Warner had a chance at the rebound. Couldn't get a clean shot off and missed it. Out of bounds off of Firth. It'll be Bear Lake basketball. Good defense there by the Bears. Forced the turnover. And Tafoya.
Out there, I'll tell you what, they've got a great team. They're all shooting the ball at a very high percentage. Really good first quarter. Bear Lake, on the other hand, Logan Keach, been a really physical guy underneath. He's kind of got the body of a football player, but got athleticism, can play basketball underneath. He's looked good in the post.
Yeah, 7 points for him, 8 points, the leading scorer on the court for the Firth Cougars, and that's Kilpack, who has one of those deep threes. Anderson with it now. He goes across to Adams. Adams will stop and shoot the 3. No good. Rebound, though, to Kilpack underneath. Double team, forces up, gets the foul call. He'll shoot 2. And this one goes on Keach. His first. Team second. And we'll have a substitution. Jolly's going to come in for Firth after the foul shot. And the first one by Kilpack is a miss. And let's see who comes out. Adams is going to get his first break. One more free throw for Kilpack in a 10-point game, 19-9. And he makes the second. So it's 20-9 in favor of the Firth Cougars as Tafoya comes in the front court with it. Gets it to Carlisle. Carlisle will hand to Hume in the corner. Jack. Spin move down the lane. Spin again. Shoot. Score! Jack Hume with a nice move to get the three to go, to the shot to go. His first points of the night. Hall all the way down the lane. Now it goes out to Arriaga. Arriaga cross shoots and banks it in from straight away. Arriaga has the touch tonight. Foul line jumper banks in for him. 22-11 is your score. The Cougars doubling up the Bears. Carlisle with it. Now he goes to Tafoya. Tafoya back to Carlisle. Carlisle directing some traffic. He's going to go to Hume. Hume straight away for 3. No good. Rebound. Long rebound goes to Anderson for the Firth Cougars in the corner. Jolly will shoot the 3. He missed, but the rebound straight to Anderson. Anderson can't get it to go. Kilpack with the rebound and pull back. It doesn't go, but he's fouled. Offensive boards are killer right now. This foul goes on to Foya, his first. Third team foul. 4:57 left in the second. 22-11 in favor of the Firth Cougars. Kilpack will go to line. He was one out of 2 from there just a minute ago. First one off the rim and no good. He'll have another as Ewing will replace Keach. Anderson will replace Hume for the Bears. So Kilpack to the line. He'll have one more. This one is no good. And the rebound goes to Carlisle for Bear Lake. Anderson goes to Ewing. Ewing looks for Carlisle. Instead, he goes underneath to Warner. Warner spin move up and just off the front of the rim. Kilpack will bring it down. In the corner, it's fought for jump ball. It will be Firth basketball. Good defense by the Bears to force the near turnover. And Hall and Arriaga check out. Trent and Adams back in for the Cougars. In the corner goes to Jolly. Drives, shoots, misses. Long rebound is going to be a foul on Firth. Trent fouls Warner on the rebound over there in the corner. So it'll be Bears basketball. They trail by 11, 22-11, 4:23. This game has felt closer than an 11-point lead to me. A very physical basketball at both ends of the court. And inside it goes to Warner. Warner goes up with it. It's blocked, and the rebound goes to Anderson. Adams with it. Adams off of the foot of Anderson and out of bounds. Good defense there by the Bears. 22-second shot clock, 3:57 game clock in the second quarter. 22-11 in favor of the Firth Cougars. Timeout taken by Coach Adams for Firth. It's a 30-second. We'll take it right here on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
Your leader for live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Bears trail the Firth Cougars by a score 22-11 with 3:57 left in the first half. Game 1 of the Bear Lake boys basketball season here from Bear Lake High School. The sharp shooting Firth Cougars, they've been making their shots from 3. They have 3 3-point makes, so I guess not as many as it seems, but it just seems like every time they chuck it up, it goes in. Kilpack with it after the timeout. Long 2 on the way from Trent. He missed it, but got his own rebound, and then a jump ball after the rebound. And that's why you follow your shot. He got the long board after the missed 3. It'll be Bear Lake basketball. They trail by 11 with 3:48 left in the first half. Tafoya out there with Anderson, Ewing, Carlisle, and Warner. Carlisle with it on the elbow. He'll go back up top to Anderson, now to Ewing. Ewing in the corner to Tafoya. Tafoya will shoot the 3, miss it. Rebound to Anderson for the Cougars. And here comes Adams. So the Bears cold shooting. They're getting some good looks, just can't make them. And then reach-in foul on Carlisle. Jack Hume and Broxton Birch quickly back up off the bench for the Bears. Tafoya and Carlisle will check out. And Arriaga back in for Trent. And Hall back in for Jolly for the Firth Cougars. Anderson down the lane, kicks in the corner. Adams for 3, leaves it short. Rebound. Great block out there by Tate Ewing and clears the way for Anderson, who comes down with it for the Bears. He's in the front court now, being defended there by Adams. He'll go to Ewing. Ewing looking inside for Warner. Instead, he'll go up top to Birch. Birch over to Hume. Hume looks at a long 3, misses it. And the rebound is out of bounds to the Firth Cougars. So long 3 there by Jack Hume falls short. It will be Cougar basketball as we're under 3 minutes to play in the first half. 22-11 is the score in favor of the Firth Cougars. Hall up top to Anderson. Anderson over to Arriaga. Arriaga to Adams. Adams will shoot a 3. Miss it. And there's a rebound. There's a foul underneath. And it's going to go on Broxton Birch. Away from the ball, trying to get the rebound, picks up foul number 3. Logan Keach quickly up off the bench. That is foul number 5. And Keach will replace Birch. Keach had 7 first quarter points. Broxton Birch started the game, but has played limited minutes because of foul troubles. Kilpack gets this free throw to go. He is, I want to say now 2 out of 5 on the night, if I have my statistics correct, and now 2 out of 6 as he misses the second one. Rebound to the Bears, and Jack Hume will bring the ball into the front court. Bears trail by 12 at 23-11. Anderson with it. Goes to Warner. Warner still out on the elbow looking for a cutter. It's going to go out to Logan Keach underneath. We're going to have a foul. This one's going to go on Kilpack away from the ball. So away from the ball fouls on back-to-back possessions, one on each end. Kilpack picks up his first, only the second team. 2:08 left, and the Bears will trigger from their own baseline. Trailing by 12, 23-11. Hume inbounds to Warner. Warner goes up top to Anderson. Anderson now to Hume. Jack will dribble to the center court circle, set up the offense. He now goes to Warner, and they're going to say Kilpack pushing Keach underneath. That's his second foul on this possession. And he is their leading scorer. In fact, the leading scorer on the court. He's got 10 in the game, but now he's got 2 fouls with 1:56 left in the half. He'll come out. Jolly will replace him. Coach Adams doesn't want him to get his third. He's got both of these fouls on this possession away from the ball. You don't see that very often. Jack Hume will trigger. And he'll go into Keach. Keach dribbles down the lane, up and in with the left hand. Now a nice move there by Keach. He's got 9 in the game to lead all Bear Lake scorers. He's got 9 of their 13. So bench points big for Logan Keach in this game. Arriaga up top to Anderson. Anderson to Adams. Adams looking for a cutter inside. Instead goes to Jolly. Jolly fakes the 3. Now he'll go to Arriaga. Arriaga will take the 3. Miss the 3, but he'll go to the foul line. He'll shoot 3. But Jack Hume commits the foul. That's Jack's first in the bonus, but he was shooting anyway, so he'll get 3 from the foul line. So 23-13, 10-point lead. Arriaga at the foul line to try to get 3 the long way. Misses the first. He'll have 2 more. In a 23-13 ball game, Bears trailing the Firth Cougars by 10. And he misses the second. He'll have 1 more. So maybe that wasn't such a bad foul after all. You usually don't like to foul 3-point shooter. But he misses the first 2. He'll have a third. He does have 8 points on the night. And he misses all 3. But there was a lane violation. They're going to give him another shot. They waved that one off. I didn't see which Bear Lake Bear fell into the lane, but Arriaga has a chance to make it. He went 0 for 3. Let's see if he can actually go 1 for 3 statistically. No, he went 0 for 4 on the possession. So the Bears get the ball back, still only down by 10. Anderson drives, backs it out. Now he'll go in the corner to Warner. Warner inside to Keach. Keach spins down the lane, up again with the left hand. Oh, this one rims out. He had a good look at it. Logan Keach having himself a good night. That was another good look, just rimmed out. 10-point game. Arriaga shoots the 3, makes it. So, see, he needs a little bit further away. That foul line with nobody in his face, just too easy. 26-13 as Arriaga has 11 points now for the Firth Cougars. Hewing goes inside to Keach. Keach, lefty up and in. Logan Keach again. I guess they're just not used to guarding that left hand. He goes up and gets it. He has got 11 of the Bears' 15 points on the night. In the corner, it goes to Arriaga. Defended there by Warner. Up top to Anderson. Anderson to Adams. About 6 seconds, almost 7 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The Bears should have another look at it. Anderson will hand the ball to Adams. 19 seconds left. They're going to spread the court, try to take as much time off the clock as they can. Adams will drive and ran over Hume, but no call. 3-pointer on the way from Hall. He was left undefended as Hume came over to double team. Jack Hume comes in the front court. He'll shoot a long 3. No good. That's going to be the end of the first half. Your score at halftime, the Firth Cougars 29. The Bear Lake Bears 15 going into half. We'll take a 2-minute break. Actually, let's just take a 1-minute break, come back, watch the cheerleaders perform, and we'll give you the halftime stats right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and they leave and they're happy, they get the cows. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Live coverage of local high school sports continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
29-15, your halftime score in favor of the Firth Cougars. And Nate, one stat tells the story of the first half. 3-point shooting. The Firth Cougars have made 5 3-point shots. The Bear Lake Bears have made 0 3-point shots.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Firth came out hot with their foot on the accelerator and really didn't let off on that lead. I mean, I know this game's felt a lot closer than 29-15 in the first half. It feels like Bear Lake's out there battling. Those shots are eventually going to fall. They just got to keep shooting them. But obviously a 14-point deficit at halftime is not where they wanted to be in this one.
So the stat that I think the Bears will be happy about for Firth, they're only 4 out of 11 from the foul line. So they haven't shot well from the foul line. I didn't try to take care of all the makes and misses. I just recorded the makes. So let's go with the scoring as you watch the Bear Lake High School cheerleaders as they perform here at halftime. Leading scorer on the court for Firth is Ariagi. He has 11. He's got 2 of those foul shots. And then Kilpack, 2 of those 3-point shots. Kilpack has 10 points. He has 1 of those 3-point shots. Adams has 5 points, 1 of those 3-point shots. And Hall has 3 points, including the 3, and that was that 3-point shot right there just before the buzzer. That was kind of a backbreaker right there at the end of the quarter for the Bears. And they have a total of 5 3-point makes, only 5 2-point makes, and 4 foul shots for 29 points in the first half. So the stat that the Bears are going to be frustrated with, besides 3-point shooting, is offensive rebounds. The Firth Cougars have got a lot of second chance looks, courtesy of the offensive board, and that's the difference in the game right there.
I mean, truthfully, yeah, between 3-point shooting and not getting those second chance points, we talked about that in the pregame. Second chance points obviously so pivotal in a game like this. You've got that positional size, so why not do everything you can to get as many offensive rebounds as possible? But ball's not bouncing Bear Lake's way so far in this one.
No, the scoring for the Bear Lake Bears, 2 for Kason Warner. He got 2 early on. He got the first 2 of the night for the Bear Lake Bears. 2 for Jack Hume. He got those in the second quarter. And all of the rest of the points, all 11 of the remaining points, belong to Logan Keach. Logan Keach has 5 buckets and a foul shot. He's 1 for 1. The only foul shot the Bears took in the first half was a make, and it was Logan Keach's shot. And he had a great first half. Offensively, the rest of the Bears struggled. Defensively, a couple of those shots that the Firth Cougars made, there was a hand in their face. They were late in the shot clock. Can't really get too upset at those. So you're going to, be okay with those missed shots. But, those made shots in some of the cases. But the offensive rebounding has just been the bane of the Bear Lake Bears in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just fascinated with this halftime thing. You can win a free vacation this year.
Yeah,
that sounds like a great time. Yeah,
the airfare. And he makes the first one. If he makes a layup, a foul shot, a 3-point shot, and a half-court shot, he wins airfare to Hawaii just for getting drawn out. He is... Oh, and he misses the foul shot attempt the second time. Just for getting drawn out, he gets a free kahuna meal from Ohana's restaurant, and the foul shot's gonna get him, and the time's gonna run out here. He does make it, but he still needed to make a 3.5 court shot, so he's not flying to Hawaii.
It's so funny to me how entertaining this is. like 25 seconds is a really short amount of time.
So Pat Johnson now out there now. He's got a chance.
I feel like we need to do the play-by-play on this.
As soon as he touches the ball, the 25-second starts. Layup is good. He'll now have a foul shot. And his foul shot is no good. He'll have another.
Oh.
And this
practicing
time,
the 3.
No. And he'll have a third. The foul shot's going to get him.
Come on now. Just got to line that thing up. Take your time on this one. That was from the elbow. That wasn't a free throw.
It's still behind the foul line, and he goes 0 for 4 from the foul line. So he'll get a free kahuna meal from Ohana's. But every home game, if you're going to come out, plan on buying a ticket. For $5, you get a chance to shoot for 2 airline tickets to Hawaii.
I would love to say that that's easier than you would think, but it's not. The pressure situation is, I think, where I would crumble on that one. Unfortunately, when you got to do it for, a nice round-trip airfare, I probably wouldn't be able to pull that off. Anyway, back to the game. If we're talking about basketball.
Yeah, the Bears. My key to the game is the Bear Lake Bears need to find their identity, and I think they're still struggling with that a little bit. Foul trouble was a bit of an issue. Broxton Birch, one of the starters, did not spend a lot of time on the court. It's hard to really establish something when one of your starters doesn't have a chance to play because of foul trouble. And I think what the Bears wanted to do, as we talked about pregame, is out-rebound the opposing team by 5 or more, and they have not done that so far in this game. So those two things they were trying to work on, rebounding and establishing identity, really struggled in the first half. Let's see if they can come out in the second half and do better at that.
Well, and I would like to think that will come with time. I think Bear Lake will collectively break the lid off the bucket at some point in the season. Obviously, we're talking early in the season. This is a more younger, inexperienced team. A lot of these guys are JV players for the last, 2 to 3 years. So a lot of interesting stuff going to go on this year. This team's got to have some time to mesh. And, it's early on in the season. I think one thing that has impressed me and one thing that's been a little bit of a surprise is the impact of Logan Keach on the offensive side of the ball. We know Logan Keach, a big physical guy, typically gets a lot of rebounds. He's a great defensive player, big physical presence. Didn't know him to have that kind of touch inside, but he's had a couple of nice-looking lefty hook shots that have just gone down, and, it's a good day for him on the offensive side of the ball. I think you'll see these guards warm up with time. I think this team overall, just give it some time. By the 34th game, you're going to see what this team really is.
The other things that I know the team was working on is 75% from the foul line. Well, 1 out of 1 will do that for you.
It's 100%.
I'm sure they would want more foul shots than that. And the other stat that they're working on the season, and it's something that actually they've done really well, is ball security. They're looking to turn the ball over 10 times or less in the game. We don't have official stats, but I would say they only had 3 or 4 actual turnovers in that half. Very good ball security overall for the Bear Lake Bears. Their issue wasn't ball security. Their issue was missed shots, and the other thing they struggled with was, as we documented, is the offensive board. That the offensive boards are the Firth Cougars. The Firth Cougars got a lot of rebounds. The bigs inside need to do a little bit better job there on the boards. I will say another shout out for not on the offensive end but on the defensive end. Kaysen Warner has had 2 block shots where he just stuffed it and just took the ball away on the defensive end. So that's been a highlight for the Bear Lake Bears as well. 29 first half points is not a lot for Firth. You take those long balls away, and we have a ball game, and like I said, 2 or 3 of those came late in the shot clock, and if I'm the Firth coach, I wasn't real happy that they were shot, but they went in, so you can't complain, right?
I mean, anytime you're scoring more points than the other team, you're going to be happy.
And
so,
that is
however you get it done.
I've heard that's how you win a game.
It is, in fact, how you win a basketball game.
Let's take another 30-second break. We'll come back with the second half of this basketball game right after this on the SBI Sports Network.
The SVI Sports Network returns now with more live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports.
We're back at Bear Lake High School. The Firth Cougars taking on the Bear Lake Bears. Firth will have the ball to start the second half. They have the lead on your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard by a score of 29-15. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, you can count on them to care. The stats that matter for the Bear Lake Bears are our other sponsored stats. We're 0 for 3 from the Phillips 66 U-Save at 3-point line. 0 for the night. Bears have not scored there yet, and only 1 out of 1 from the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line on the night. Jacobson Mountain Air, for all your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley, sponsoring our foul shooting tonight.
Yeah, obviously U-Save, our 3-point sponsor, hoping to see a couple 3-pointers drop here in the second half so they can fill up the tank and fill up your scoreboard tonight.
And Hall will take Anderson takes the quick 3. It doesn't go, but Kilpack with the rebound and the putback. Anderson was left all alone from 3. Didn't get it to go, but Kilpack cleans up the board, and now he has a game-high 12 points Cross-court pass goes to Birch for the Bears. Now up top to Anderson. Anderson to Hume. Hume will drive the lane, get all the way to the hoop, but pull it back out to Tafoya. He'll shoot the three. It's a frozen rope rebound. Finally pulled down by Kilpack. So another miss from the Phillips 66 USAVE three-point line. And the Cougars, and they're going to call, Kilpack for an offensive foul. They call the moving screen. Kilpack picks up his third. So Kilpack with three, Birch for the Bears with three. So foul trouble for those two guys. Nobody else really in foul trouble on either team. And just like that, Kilpack with his 12 points will take a seat on the bench, and Trent will check in for him. 31-15 for the Firth Cougars as Tafoya with it. He's going to drive, gets a step on his man, puts up the jumper, no good again. Rebound, out of bounds. And that was a great look there by Tafoya. Just about a 12-footer down the lane. A floater just left it a tiny bit short. Warner couldn't run the rebound down in the corner. It goes out of bounds. It's Firth basketball. Knocked out of bounds by Anderson on the inbound. So now it'll be Firth basketball on the baseline underneath the Bear Lake hoop. With 7:04 left in the third quarter, the Firth Cougars lead your Bear Lake Bears by a score of 31-15. Great shooting and great offensive rebounding for Firth. The Bears have struggled on the shooting end, and Kason Warner picks up the foul. Adams will go to the line. He'll shoot two as Warner tried to swat it away from behind as Adams went up. He did affect the shot, but he also gets called for the foul. And the Firth Cougars have struggled from the foul line. If you're looking for a silver lining to the cloud for the Bear Lake Bears, sending Firth to the foul line has not been that detrimental, but he does make the first. He'll have another. Adams with 6 points on the night. Make it 7 as he goes 2 for 2. 33-15, game high 18-point lead now for Firth. They scored the first 4 points of the third quarter here. Hume with it. Hume's going to drive, get all the way to the baseline, go back out to Anderson. Anderson now drives baseline. He goes to Birch. Birch is fouled on his way up. He'll go to the line. He'll shoot a pair from the Jacobson Mountain Arrow foul line. This one goes on Trent, his third. So the two big guys, Kilpack and Trent for the Firth Cougars, both now with 3 fouls. It'll send Brock Birch to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line, trying to get his first 2 points of the young varsity season. Birch's first foul shot, nothing but the very bottom of the net. It's 33-16 now. He'll have one more. Birch's second foul shot is short. Rebound to Anderson. So 2 out of 3 are the Bears on the night from the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. Jacobson Mountain Air for all your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. Contact Jacobson Mountain Air. Arriaga with it on the elbow. He goes to Hall. Hall's going to drive around the screen, go to Adams. Adams 3 from the elbow. It's good. And again, the Bears not really out of position there, but the 3 goes down. Warner with the offensive rebound at the other end. He'll spin up and in. Kason Warner gets 2. First 2 of the second half from the floor, and Adams a quick 3 at the other end. Misses. Warner with a rebound for the Bears. 6 3-point makes on the night for the Firth Cougars. Still not a single 3-point make for the Bears. Hume with the runner, leaves it short. Warner with the rebound is knocked away from him and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Warner. Great board there by Warner, but he can't secure it as it's knocked away from him and out of bounds. 36-18 in favor of Firth. 5:41 left in the third quarter. And it's all about the 3 ball. The Firth Cougars have 6. The Bear Lake Bears have 0. That's an 18-point difference, and it's an 18-point lead for Firth. Adams with it out near center court. He'll drive, be cut off, but he gets it to Anderson in the corner. Anderson will come back up top looking for some help. Great defense by Hume, forces the turnover as Hall had no place to go with it. He throws it to Adams, but Adams is standing out of bounds. As Logan Keach checks back in, Jack Hume will go to the bench for the Bears, so they go with a little bit bigger lineup here. Anderson to Tafoya. Tafoya fakes the 3. He'll dribble across, go to Anderson. Anderson with a quick release from 3, no good again. Rox Birch tries to get the rebound. He can't control it, out of bounds. It'll be Firth basketball. The Phillips 66 USAVE three-point line has not been the friend of the Bear Lake Bears in this game. 0 for the night. Adams quickly with it in the front court. He'll pull it back out to Hall. Hall to Adams. Adams will dribble and hand off to Arriaga. He'll shoot the 3. Yes! Arriaga with the long 3. 39-18, 7 3-point makes for the Firth Cougars. The Bear Lake zone defense will give you those 3-point shots as a turnover by Warner all the way to the other end. Anderson with the layup. Timeout on the court taken by Coach Trevor Ward for the Bear Lake Bears. It's a full. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier. Online at bearlakedental.com or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
You're watching Bears basketball with Jared and Lisa on the SVI Sports Network.
41-18 in favor of the Firth Cougars. The Bears, like I said at the beginning of the game, they want to equal 100 with 4 different stats. Stat number 1 is foul shooting. They want to be 75%. They are 2 out of 3 for 66%. That's not going to... one miss isn't the problem. The problem is the lack of... And there's the first Phillips 66 USAVE three-point shot of the night, and it goes to Tyken Carlisle. Carlisle with the long ball for the Bears. And the Bears cut into the lead a little bit. Inside quickly on the other end, it goes to Adams. 41-21. The Bears' second goal is to out-rebound the other team by at least 5. That's not happened for the Bears tonight. They are getting out-rebounded by the Firth Cougars. Their third goal is 10 or less turnovers on the night, and they had taken good control of the ball, taking good care of the ball as the Bears now knock it out of bounds. Carlisle knocks it away. 4-second shot clock for the Firth Cougars. And then the third one, and this is where the Bears have the fourth and final one, this is where the Bears have struggled, is they want to limit the opposing team to 5 or less three-point makes, and the Firth Cougars have 7 three-point makes. Adams with the turnaround 3 misses everything into the hands of Anderson. That was just an attempt not to get the shot clock violation, and the Bears with the ball. And Birch out to Tafoya. Tafoya inside to Keach is knocked away from him, and Bott, who's checked in the game now for Trent, knocks that one away. Firth gets the steal. 20-point Firth Cougar lead, and Arriaga with it, being defended by Anderson. He's going to drive baseline, spin move, and he's fouled. It's on the baseline. It's a non-shooting foul. Anderson picks up his second. 3:16 left in the third. 20-point Firth lead. They led by 16 at halftime. Adams for 3 on the inbounds, misses it. Caden Anderson with another rebound for Bear Lake. Caden Anderson comes in the front court. He's going to drive all the way to the hoop, put it up. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. He'll shoot a pair. Arriaga is going to pick up his first foul. Anderson will go to the foul line to shoot 2. Third team foul on the Cougars. And timeout taken. It's going to be a full taken by the Firth Cougars. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. And by KVSI The Wave, the Bear Lake Valley's hit music station on 105.3 FM.
This is your home for Bear Lake Bears basketball, live on SVI Media and The Wave, all a part of the SVI Sports Network.
41-21 in favor of the Firth Cougars on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, you can count on them to care. Caden Anderson at the Jacobson Mountaineer foul line as we come back to live action. Anderson will shoot 2 as he was fouled just before that timeout by Arriaga. Anderson's first foul shot up and no good. Coming in for Bear Lake after this next foul shot, Hume will replace Anderson. Kilpack back on the court for the Firth Cougars. Anderson's second foul shot is good. So he goes 1 out of 2. And it's a 19-point game with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And a backcourt violation as Hall had not established himself in the front court when he received the pass. He was in the front court, but he was in the air. You have to hit the ground before you have to establish yourself before you can touch the ball. So that's why it was a turnover. The Bears forced a turnover and have a chance to cut into the lead a little bit further. Brock's Birch into the corner to Carlisle. Carlisle inside to Keach. Keach with a spin move. He has the ball knocked away, taken away. Great defense there to get the steal. Arriaga will bring the ball into the front court. Now he goes to Hall. Hall dribbles across, goes to Arriaga. Arriaga to Kilpack. Kilpack has the ball, gets the ball to Hall. It's knocked away by Tafoya twice. Second time it goes out of bounds. It will remain Firth basketball. 16-second shot clock as Anderson and Warner check in. Tafoya and Birch check out. In the backcourt it goes to Hall and Anderson fouls him. And that's one of those fouls that you're going to be frustrated with as a coach because that was 65, 70 feet away from the basket on an inbounds pass. A 19-point lead for the Firth Cougars, 41-22. 2:27 left in the third quarter. Hall is going to bring the ball into the front court. Now he goes to Anderson. Anderson will give it to Adams. Adams is going to drive all the way to the hoop. Up and no good. Hit every part of the rim and then came back out. Logan Keach with the rebound. Anderson now going to drive to the hoop. He'll go all the way in and offensive foul. Caden Anderson picks up foul number 4. And he'll have to come out. Tafoya is going to check in for him. So it's Tafoya with Hume, Carlisle, Keach, and Warner for the Bear Lake Bears. Arriaga to Hall. Hall with it, and he's going to give it to Adams. All the way to the hoop. Adams gets the shot to go, and he's fouled. Let's see who that foul goes on. It's 43-22. It's going to go on Kason Warner. So Adams will go to the foul line. He'll have a chance to complete the three-point play. His foul shot is up and good. Tafoya will bring the ball into the front court for the Bears. Tafoya to Hume. Hume's going to drive all the way to the hoop. Has his shot blocked. He gets his own rebound. Tries to save it inbounds. It goes to Hall. Eventually runs down the loose ball. The Cougars will slow it down. They got the 22-point lead, 44-22, with 1:25 left here in the third quarter. Arriaga with the ball. There's a foul away from the ball. Goes on to Tafoya, his second. That is the team fifth. And it will send Hall to the foul line. Jolly will check in for Kilpack for the Firth Cougars. So not a lot going right for the Bears offensively in this game, as Hall leaves the free throw short. He'll have one more. With 1:21 left and lane violation, the foul shot does not count. I think it officially counts as a miss because it went up.
That's such an unfair statistic for the guy that made it.
He did make it, but it doesn't count, so it has to go in as a miss because it was an attempt. Carlisle, cross court to Hume. Hume and Carlisle were on opposite pages, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover for Bear Lake. Turnover starting to add up a little bit more in the second half than they did in the first half. 1:07 left with a 22-point in the third quarter with a 22-point Firth Cougar lead. Hall to Arriaga. Arriaga to Jolly. Out to Arriaga. He had the hot hand in the first half. He has 14. He misses the three there. And Warner comes down with the rebound. He'll go to Tafoya. The Bears will set up the offense. About 15 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock here in the third quarter. In the corner it goes to Carlisle. Carlisle tries to go inside the key. It's just knocked away. It'll be Bear Lake basketball baseline. With a 22-second shot clock, 39-second game clock, so there's a 17-second difference. Jack Hume to inbound baseline, goes out to Tafoya. Tafoya will drive, spin, back to Hume. Hume will shoot the three. There we go. There's a Phillips 66 three-point make. Phillips 66, you save, where their convenience, your convenience is their pleasure. Sorry, I got that backwards. I always do. And 2 3-point makes here in the second half for the Bear Lake Bears. 44-25 is your score, as Hall is fouled by Hume. And that will send Hall to the foul line. Jack Hume picks up his second. Hall will shoot 2 more. The foul shot's adding up. The difference in the game from the foul line is massive. It's almost as big as the 3-point difference in the game. Those are going to be the two statistics that really spell the difference. As Hall makes the first, he'll have another. 45-25, 20-point. Firth Cougar lead. And he misses the second. Warner with the rebound. The Bears come into the front court with 10 seconds. Jack Hume with it. He'll drive. Put it up off the backboard. No good. Logan Keach with the rebound and put back. It's good. Logan Keach with his first 2 points of the second half. Come at the end of the third quarter. He's got 13 in the game. It's an 18-point Firth Cougar lead. We'll be back with the fourth quarter on the SVI Sports Network.
Ready, set, 12 days, 10 venues, 1 van. Client presentation starting in 4 minutes. Living your best midlife crisis. Rerouting. There's go in everything you do. That's why Phillips 66 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Visit You Save Phillips 66 in Montpelier for fuel, snacks, and more. Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure. Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
on the SVI Sports Network. This is Bears basketball with Jared and Lisa.
45-27 on your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard to start the fourth quarter. The Firth Cougars leading the Bear Lake Bears. The ball into Birch. Birch with a nice move down the lane. Ball knocked away from him. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Bear Lake basketball. Tafoya out there with Ewing, Keach, Birch, and Hume. And Tafoya will raise from three from the corner, miss it. Rebound brought down by the Firth Cougars. And the three-point shot has not been friendly. Two Phillips 66 U-Save made three-point shots in the second half, 0 in the first half, and the Bears missed their first attempt from three here in the fourth quarter. And into the baseline to Adams. Turnaround jumper is good for a long-distance two. And it's a 20-point lead again at 47-27. And Adams knocks away, but they're going to call a foul on Adams. So he won't get the steal. Instead, he gets the foul. First of the quarter for the Firth Cougars. 5 fouls is 2 shots the rest of the game. But both teams far from that here early in the quarter. Hume will bring the ball into the front court. And he's going to go to Tafoya. Tafoya is going to drive, be cut off baseline. He'll bring it back out to Ewing at the top of the key. Ewing now to Tafoya back in the corner. Tafoya drives, rises, shoots. No good. A rebound to Kilpack. Bears are getting a lot of good looks. Just can't get them to go. I'm seeing a lot of positives from Bear Lake, even though it's a lopsided score, because they are getting open looks. The ball just not falling tonight for the Bear Lake Bears. As Hall dribbles all the way across and gives it to Adams out in deep three-point range. He'll dribble back across, and he'll get fouled by Tafoya near half court. Tafoya's third, team first of the fourth quarter. Arriaga checks in for Adams for the Firth Cougars. And he's out there with Jolly, Hall, Kilpack, and Anderson. Are the Firth Cougars on the court. Anderson with it. He'll go to Arriaga in the corner. Runner up and no good. Rebound put back by Kilpack. It's good. He's fouled. He'll go to the foul line with the chance to complete the three-point play. Foul on Logan Keach, his second. Caden Anderson off the bench. He'll check in along with Tyken Carlisle. Tafoya and Birch will check out. So Kilpack to the foul line with a chance to extend the lead to 23, and he does. So on the night, the Firth Cougars are now 9 out of 19 from the foul line. Carlisle with it. He'll go to Anderson. Anderson to Hume. Hume, long three, straight away, good. Jack Hume with the three ball. Another Phillips 66 three-point make for Jack Hume. Now Anderson gets the steal, and he'll go to Hume. Hume for the layup, and good. So Anderson with the steal and the assist. Jack Hume with the make. It's 50-32. And Jack Hume with 5 quick points right there for the Bear Lake Bears. He's now got 10. Keach still the leading scorer for the Bears with 13. Those two accounting for 23 of the team's 32 points. Cougars playing catch with it on the perimeter right now. Arriaga is going to go in the baseline to Hall. Back up top to Jolly. 18-point Firth Cougar lead. Anderson with the three on the way. Carlisle with the rebound for the Bears. Bears with a chance to cut a little bit further into this Cougar lead. In the corner, Ewing with the quick three. Yes! Ewing with the three ball. The Phillips 66 U-Save, a three-point shot starting to fall. And it's a 15-point game at 50-35. Hall in the backcourt now. It goes to Arriaga. And to Anderson, and to Arriaga, and to Hall. They're keeping it on the perimeter. Jolly to Hall, to Arriaga. Arriaga to Anderson. And Ewing's going to get called for the foul. Reach-in foul on Tate. His first of the game. Third team foul of the quarter for the Bears. Case and Warner going to come in for Logan Keach for Bear Lake. And a timeout's going to be taken. It's a full. We'll take it with them here on the SVI Sports Network.
our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign the papers and then they leave and they're happy, they get the cows. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Your leader for live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Two stats that are the difference in the game. We got a 15-point ball game. Firth Cougars have outscored the Bear Lake Bears by 15 points from the 3-point line and the foul line combined. 2-point shooting is equal for the two teams. It's all about the long ball and all about the foul shots for Firth tonight. Adams will inbound in the backcourt. Anderson knocks it away from Hall, but Hall gets it back. Now to Arriaga. We're under 5 minutes to play in the game. Bears trail the Cougars by 15, 50-35. Kilpack with it. Looking inside. Ball's knocked away by Hume. He gets it away from him, and then Kilpack commits the foul. Hume was kind of stumbling there. And when he finally came up with the ball, Kilpack commits the foul, his fourth. That's one of those things that Hume stumbling because of the contact on the steal actually helped him draw the foul. And Tate Ewing throws it inside Hume a little bit too hard for him, through his hands out of bounds. Jolly is going to check in. Kilpack with his 4 fouls will come out. Not Jolly, Trent checks in. Jolly's already out there. And Hall gets it to Arriaga. Arriaga back to Hall, still in the backcourt. Now to Arriaga. Arriaga to Adams inside the key. He'll bring it back outside. The Cougars are going to take time, as much time as they can, each possession now. Hall around to Anderson, still out in deep 3-point range. The ball's knocked away in the corner from Hall. It will be Firth basketball still. Birch will come in. Let's see who's going to check out. Looks like Ewing is going to go out. Hall to inbound, 14-second shot clock. He gets it to Trent, up top to Anderson. Anderson back in the corner. Adams for 3. No good, but there's a foul underneath. Let's see which it's going to go on Jack Hume for Bear Lake. Another foul away from the ball. We've had a lot of those on both teams tonight. So Hall will inbound baseline, 15-point ball game. Hall's going to come inside to Anderson, and Hume's going to take it away from him with the bounce pass ahead to Anderson, and Anderson falls, loses the ball out of bounds. I don't know if he hit a wet spot. He stumbled, no contact. Looks like he's okay. Took a hard fall there. I think he just slipped. I don't think there was anything for it. They are going to check the court, make sure there's nothing wet there, as that could have been an easy 2, and it turned out just to be a turnover for Bear Lake as Anderson hit the floor hard. Glad it wasn't like a twisted knee or twisted ankle. Now that he's walked it off for a second, he looks to be okay. 4:03 left in the ballgame. It is a 15-point Firth lead on your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard by a score of 50-35 as Adams with the ball in the backcourt for Firth, playing catch with Hall back there. And Adams now going to get across to Anderson, now cross court to Hall, still out in deep 3-point range to Adams on the logo on the far side in front of the 6-man. And now to Hall on the near side, and to Arriaga. Arriaga inside to Trent. He walked with it. They don't call it, but they do call foul, reaching foul on Carlisle. 5th team foul. That's going to send Trent to the foul line. He'll shoot a pair. The Firth Cougars will shoot the rest of the way with 3:42 remaining. They have taken 19 foul shots in the game. They've made 9. I'm sure Coach Adams will look at that stat and not be excited as they miss another. 9 out of 20 on the night for the Firth Cougars. They'll have one more. And Tafoya is going to check in for the Bear Lake Bears. And Carlisle will check out. So the Bears go with a little bit smaller lineup. 3:42 left. And Trent to the line. His second foul shot is also no good. And the rebound to Tafoya. Tafoya with the ball in the front court. And then in the corner it goes to Anderson. Anderson's going to drive baseline. Up and in. Not up and in, but up and fouled is what I meant to say. He'll go to the foul line. He'll shoot a pair. Jolly commits the foul. It'll send Anderson to the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair. 50-35, 15-point ball game.
You know, Jared, they're doing wonderful things with LASIK eye surgery these days.
I didn't mean to say up and in. I meant to say up and he's fouled. Anderson's first foul shot is good. 14-point lead. Too little too late probably for the Bears, but they have fought back in this fourth quarter, making a ball game. They trailed by as many as 25 points in this game. They've cut the lead down to 14. Anderson's second shot is good. So Anderson goes two for two from the foul line. 13-point game. Stranger things have happened. Trent, and that's not going to happen that way. Easy bucket for Anderson underneath as they broke the Bears' press and zone and got the easy layup. Anderson for two. He's now got 4 points on the night. Caden Anderson for Bear Lake now to Birch. Birch underneath to Warner. Warner spins up and in. Nice move there by Kason Warner. He gets the deuce.
And I'll tell you what, Bear Lake's showing a lot of signs of life late in this game. They're really meshing through this fourth quarter.
Had the early shots fallen, this would be a different ball game there. As Tafoya nearly gets the steal, but Arriaga gets it out to Hall. 20-second shot clock, 2:40 game clock. Anderson with it. Now he goes over to Adams. Adams at the center court circle, down to 10-second shot clock. He's still out at the logo. He'll give it to Hall with 6 seconds left. Now inside to Trent. He walks with it. Yes, he did. And Coach Adams doesn't like what happened on that play. He's telling his boys what his expectations are. As Kilpack is going to check back in. He'll replace Trent. And it's a 13-point game, 2:26. Bear Lake has fought themselves back into this ball game very well as Anderson will bring the ball into the front court for the Bears. He gets it to Jack Hume. Jack out in three-point range. Warner, foul line, spins down the lane, up and under. It's good. He's fouled at the goal line. He'll shoot. Kason Warner. What a move there. The up and under goes. And Hall commits the foul. Warner with a chance to complete the three-point play and cut this to a 10-point game.
They're really locking in the fourth quarter here. The Bears have looked phenomenal here in the fourth.
And Warner gets the foul shot to go. He does just that. Cuts it to 10 points, 52-42. 2:16 left. Arriaga and Adams in the backcourt, playing catch with it. Goes to Anderson in the front court now. Cross court to Arriaga. He gets it to Hall. Hall back out to Adams. And with 2 minutes left in the game, 20-second shot clock. Hall with it. Down to a 15-second shot clock now to Anderson. Clear out deep. He clears the way, drives. He'll have to come back out to Hall. Hall over to Adams. Adams in the corner. He'll drive. He'll shoot from the baseline. Misses everything, but the rebound goes to Anderson. His shot is blocked, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Both teams wanted some fouls there, no call. Bear Lake Bears forced the turnover and have a chance to cut it to single digits. They were down by 25 here in the second half. They score on this position, they can cut it to single digits. Anderson goes to Hume. Hume looking for Tafoya in the corner. Tafoya back up to Hume. Hume with the long three. Oh, thought it was going to go. Kilpack gets the rebound. Good looking shot there by Hume. Hit the rim, but doesn't go down. And the Cougars now with it. Anderson in the corner. Had Arriaga, couldn't get it to him. Instead, Kilpack up top now to Adams. Adams drives, kicks to Arriaga. We're down to 1:09 left to play. 13-second shot clock. Adams with it at the top of the key. He'll drive now to Arriaga. And, Tafoya fouls Anderson with 6 seconds on the shot clock. It'll send Anderson to the foul line. He'll shoot a pair. The fourth foul on Tafoya. He joins Anderson with 4, Hume with 3, and Birch with 3.
Not usually a fan of the foul game here, but Firth at the line so far, I'm not going to say it.
As Anderson makes the first.
I'm going to wait. I've learned this from you.
Anderson will have another. Back to an 11-point game, 53-42. And he makes them both.
Why you never say it, Nate.
Timeout on the court. It's a full taken by the Bears. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
Live coverage of local high school sports continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
101 left, 54-42 on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard in favor of the Firth Cougars, but it was a 25-point game. Now it's just a 12-point game. The Bear Lake Bears have fought back into this one. Great effort here in the fourth quarter for the Bears as Caden Anderson will bring it in the front court all the way to the hoop, and he traveled with it. Tried to Euro step, and he took one extra step. He doesn't like the call, but I agree with it fully there. Turnover for the Bears. Great effort there by Anderson, but good defense by the Cougars to kind of cut him off and force him to take that extra step. Arriaga in the backcourt with it. Bears applying full court defense here. Anderson's going to foul out. Caden Anderson commits foul number 5. It'll send Adams to the foul line at the other end. So the Bears' comeback is going to fall just short as Anderson fouls out. Tate Ewing will check in for Anderson. And Adams, who has 15 points on the night, tied with Kilpack for the leading scorer for the Firth Cougars, gets another one to go. And the foul shooting is going to be the difference in the game, as Adams goes 2 for 2. And it's going to be a 14-point lead for the Firth Cougars. The Bears' comeback is going to fall short, but it was a great effort as Birch gets it to go. Birch with a nice move inside and the bucket. 56-44, and a forced turnover is a travel on Hall. I thought they were going to call the foul on Tafoya, and instead it's a turnover. It'll be Bear Lake basketball. 12-point Firth Cougar lead. Tafoya with it. Goes to Birch in three-point range. Back out to Tafoya. Now to Ewing. Back to Tafoya. Tafoya thinks about the three. Drives. He'll kick to Ewing. Ewing will shoot the three. No good. Rebound. Birch is going to go up with it. Count it. He's fouled. Boxton Birch with another 2 inside on the offensive board. He has a chance to cut it to single digits for the first time since the first quarter. And that foul goes on Kilpack. That is foul number 5 on Kilpack. So he'll take a seat, and Trent will check in for him. So each team has somebody foul out. And a good game by Kilpack. He had 15 points. And the Firth Cougars will take their final timeout. It's a 60-second. We'll take it with them on the SVI Sports Network.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
Your leader for live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Brox Birch headed to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line to shoot a foul shot with a chance to make this a single-digit game. 19.7 seconds left. Bears could cut it to 9 here. So it's probably, well, definitely too little too late, but still a gutsy effort as the foul shot is good by Birch, 56-47. And the inbound comes into Adams, who's fouled very quickly by Hume. 0.3 seconds is all that came off the clock. But Adams, a great foul shooter, made his last 2. He'll go to the foul line. And that is 4 on Hume. He joins Tafoya with 4. So Mike Adams at the line to shoot 2 for the Firth Cougars. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Great shooter. And he makes that one. He'll have one more. Back to a 10-point game. They'll pull everybody off. They're not trying to get the rebound because the last thing you want if you're the Firth Cougars is to commit fouls right here. Adams makes them both. Back to an 11-point lead. Tafoya and Hume. Ball quickly into the front court. Tafoya is going to spin. I'm sorry, that's Hume. Spin down the lane. Layup is good. Jack Hume gets the layup to go. And Bears won't foul. Oh, they do foul. And Tafoya is going to foul out. Let's see, and it looks like Logan Keach is going to check in for him. Logan Keach had a good first half. Second half, he only scored 2, but still 13 points in the game. Leading scorer for the Bear Lake Bears. Jack Hume has 12 to be the second leading scorer. Cason Warner with 9. And Arriaga to the line to shoot 2 foul shots. First one, no good. He'll have one more. 9-point game. 4.7 seconds left. Arriaga's second foul shot rims and rattles in. Hume will bring the ball into the front court. He'll shoot a long 3. That's going to be the end of the game. It's a 10-point game, but that's a great finish for the Bear Lake Bears. They were down by 25 midway through the third quarter. They won the fourth quarter and had a decent end to the third quarter to come back and only lose this one by 10. I'll give you some quick stats while we're waiting for Coach Trevor Ward to come up and join us. Starting with the Firth Cougars, the visitors. Great game by Adams. He had 19. Arriaga had 15. Good game for him. He had a couple three-point makes. Adams had a couple of three-point makes as well. And then Kilpack with 15. He fouled out there towards the end, but a great game from him. And they overall, the three-point shooting was a big difference in the game. They made 7 from the three-point line. 16 out of 29 from the foul line. That's something they can work on, but they made them when it counted down the stretch when the Bears were fouling, trying to get back in the game. They did make their final, I think, 5 out of their final 6 foul shots to put the game away. So the others that scored, Hall had a great game controlling the ball, scored 4 for the Firth Cougars. Anderson had a great game defensively and some rebounds, scored 6, and that's the Firth Cougars that scored in this one. Scoring for the Bear Lake Bears, it was leading the way was Keach with 13. He had 11 of those in the first half. He's what kept the Bears in it in the first half. Keach did most of the scoring early on. Hume had 12 points. He got things going in the second half, scored 12. Others that scored, Warner had 9, including some important ones in that final stretch late in the game as the Bears were fighting back in it. And Anderson had 3, and those were all from the foul line. He went 3 out of 4 from the foul line. And who else? Carlisle had 3. It was a Phillips 66 U-Save long ball for his 3 points. Brox Birch had 6 points in the game. He had some points late there as the Bears fought back in it. And Tate Ewing had 3 points in the game. Those came early in the game. So Bears scored 49. Now we got Trevor Ward on the mic here. You're going to like this stat. 77% foul shooting.
Yes.
That's one of the things that you guys were looking to do from the foul line. And I know that you were looking to shoot 75%. You shot 77%. The only thing you're not going to like, you only shot 9.
Oh, no.
You're going to want to make a few more than that if you're going to, even though the percentage was good, you didn't quite shoot as many as I'm sure you'd like. The difference in the game was the foul shooting. You lost by 10. They had 3 more 3-point shots than you did. You were 7 out of 9 from the foul line, and Firth was 16 out of 29. So they outscored you from 9 at the foul line, 9 at the 3-point line, and you only lost the game by 10.
Yeah, my thoughts are the first half we had a lapse for sure. We were trying to build chemistry. We're trying to learn how to play together as a team. This is the first game of the season. I'm glad the second half looked a lot better than the first half. I'm proud of the way they defended the basketball in that second half. They locked in, and believed that they could get back in the game.
Yeah, we commented that on the air a couple times. You were down at one point in the third quarter by 25 points. You cut it down to 9 was the closest you got. That's huge. To cut 16 points off the lead in the second half, it was too little too late. But my key to the game before the game was just kind of what you addressed. You need to find who you are. You really only have 3 players on this varsity team that saw any court time last year in the varsity game, and one of those being Tafoya, who split time between JV and varsity. So Anderson and Warner, you're really only 2 returners. For me, the highlight of the game, Keach.
Absolutely.
He's the only reason you were in the first half.
Yep, and he gave us heart, We see him going to work. It gave everyone else an attitude that we need to get in this and do this.
Yeah, he had 11 first half points.
Yep.
Warner, great defense in the first half, a couple of big blocks. Overall as a team, I don't know the stats because I didn't keep them, but I know another one of your goals is turnovers. I felt like the ball security was okay, not bad for a first game.
Yeah, we're building, we're young, so I'm happy with the performance, especially in the second half, and that's something to build off of for sure.
Another one of the stats I think you're working on is you're trying to limit the other team to 5 3-point makes. Is that correct?
No, we're trying to rebound 5 more.
5 more than that. Okay.
Yeah, and at halftime they had 3 more rebounds than us. So we're discussing our team goals at halftime, and we knew that we needed to dig in on defense. We gave up some offensive rebounds that first half. So.
Okay, so help me out. Help me remember. 75% foul shooting.
Yep.
Out-rebounded by more than 5.
And then we've got 10 assists as a team.
Oh, 10 assists is the stat that I was forgetting.
10 steals as a team.
Okay, assists and steals were the 2 that I was forgetting. Overall, for a first game of the season, not bad, especially with the young team. No rest for the wicked. The athletic director doesn't like you too much, and he has another game tomorrow night. Grace coming to town. Grace always, like these Firth Cougars, very well coached team. Smaller schools, but they're very well coached. You know they're going to be disciplined. You know they're going to play hard. What else can you tell me about Grace?
The good thing is we saw them in the Jamboree last week, and we lost by 6 in 2 quarters, but we know we can do it. So I think they'll be up for it tomorrow, and we should play good basketball, especially ending this way tonight. I'm happy.
All right. Thanks for coming up, Coach. Good luck tomorrow night with Grace, and great finish to the game. Hopefully tomorrow night you can play the first 2 quarters as well as you played the last 2 quarters tonight.
That's what we'll shoot for.
All right. See you tomorrow, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Nate, your final comments on tonight's game.
I mean, honestly, Bear Lake in a loss tonight. Tough one to take, obviously. You always want to win. But at the end of the day, I think there is such thing as a moral victory. I think overall Bear Lake had a phenomenal second half. I think we saw a lot of progress, a lot of growth with this team. Reminds me a lot of what we saw with the Bear Lake girls basketball team a couple years ago, if you remember right. They struggled that a little bit at first, and now look at where we're at. We've got a great girls team, coming off of a state championship. So there's a lot to build off of with this team, a lot of young, inexperienced players, but that's not always the worst thing. You build with those players, they get experience, and they grow, and they become phenomenal athletes. And I think we saw the foundational first piece of that. The first brick was put into place tonight.
Yeah, you had 4 sophomores that contributed significant minutes. Brox Birch and Jack Hume are sophomores that start. Tate Ewing and Tyken Carlisle had great minutes off the bench, played a lot of time. So it's a very young team. And when they were down by 25, I was thinking, this could be a long season. This has been a long night. And they fought back in it. The Bears played a great second half. The third and fourth quarters, the second half, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter were great efforts by the Bears. Right back at it tomorrow night. We'll be back here with the Grace Grizzlies coming to town to take on the Bear Lake Bears. 7:30 tip-off approximately. We'll have that again on the SVI Sports Network. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. For Chris Pratt back in the studio, the one and only greatest cameraman that the world has ever known, Ray Henry, and on the production, and a little bit of color when you can, because it's hard to do multiple jobs. The great Nate Matthews. Lisa not here tonight, a little bit under the weather. Hopefully she'll be back with us tomorrow night. And for everybody else on this SVI Sports Network, this is
Nate Matthews
and Jared Hillier saying good night, everybody.